this great woman of God. She's quiet, but she's powerful in the Lord. And I watch her as she grows. But we're going to bless the Lord. And no, with further ado, to introduce herself and present to others, no other than Prophetess Mariah Watson. Let's say amen.
Praise the Lord, everyone. Praise the Lord. So, today, if I could give this message a title, it would be All or Nothing.
Okay.
And this is something that, like, when I speak, I oftentimes let it minister to myself first. I let it apply to myself first. That's just how, like, God uses me. Like, it has to apply to my life first. I have to be able to understand it first to fully be able to tell you all what thus saith the Lord. Amen. So, what I've been studying is going to be coming from Psalm chapter 84.
Amen.
Now, today you don't have to stand because, like, I'm going to be breaking it down and I don't want you guys to stand. So Psalm chapter 84, it reads, How amiable are thy tabernacles, O Lord of hosts! My soul longeth, yea, even fainteth, for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh crieth out for the living God. Yea, the sparrow hath found a house, and the swalloweth a nest for herself, where she may lay her young, even thine altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God. Blessed are they that dwell in thy house. They will be still praising thee. Selah. Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee, and whose heart and the ways of them. Who passeth through the valley of Baca, maketh a well. The rain also filleth the pools. They go from strength to strength. Every one of them in Zion appeareth before God. O Lord God of hosts, hear my prayer. Give ear, O God of Jacob. Selah. Behold, our God, O God, our shield, and look upon the face of thine anointed. Yes. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tent of the wickedness. For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord will give grace and glory. No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. Yes. O Lord of hosts, blessed is the man that trusteth in thee. Amen. So, it's so amazing because, oh my gosh, okay. Starting from the verse that's verse 2. It says, My soul longeth, yea, even fainteth, for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh crieth out for the living God. And you know, when walking this life, when I first got saved at 15, I was completely shocked. Because when I came to the Lord, I was going to get saved, everything was going to be peaches and cream. You know, my life was going to be better, it was just going to go uphill. And I was completely disturbed to find out that it's a process. Yes, it's a process when you get saved. You don't get saved and everything just be okay. You got to put in work for this thing. You have to completely submit everything, give everything to God for it to be okay for the rest of your life. I was thinking the Lord was just going to get me, you know, my problems going to go away, you know, everything that I was facing was going to be no more. And that was not the case. You know, I went through some battles. I faced some turmoil. And I couldn't understand that. I couldn't understand that, you know, I would go through a process where I felt so good, so great, so lovely. And the next week, I would be feeling like I was right back at square one. Yes. I couldn't understand that, like, after everything that I had been through, after I gave myself to God, like the preacher said to do, it wasn't like I thought it was going to be. Okay. But this verse is one of my all-time favorites because it says, my soul longeth. Now, when you're saved, sometimes, honestly, some warfare will beat you down. Yes. Some warfare will knock your world upside down to the point where you got to come crawling back to God. Yes. And the problem is that, not that you had to come crawling back, but it's the fact that you should have ever left. That's the problem. You allowed your soul to stop longing. You allowed yourself to stop thirsting. You decided that, hey, my warfare is bigger than my God. So in this walk, my problem was that once I came to him, I was longing for him. I was searching for him. I was so excited about it. And then somehow it didn't really mean much to me no more. You know, I would pray when I wanted to, read my word when I wanted to, as if it's an option. As if we got that choice to just be whatever we want to be. A subtitle for this message would be total surrender. Amen. Total surrender to God. And it's so beautiful because it's like, sometimes when you read scriptures and you go back over it, you see why things was important. In verse 3, it starts to talk about a sparrow. And I didn't really understand why that was important before, but when I really started to dig deep inside of this, I looked up, what is a sparrow? And it turns out that a sparrow is a bird. And it goes so beautifully talking about how the bird makes a nest in the courts of the Lord. And I'm thinking like, Lord, why is this important? Like, what's going on here that I'm missing that is so important to the scripture? So I went and did a little bit of research. Now, a sparrow is a small bird. And it's a small bird, and these particular type of birds, they make their nest for long periods of time. Where they make their nest is so important because not only will their babies be there, but it has to have everything essential for that baby to live. It has to have all of the proper nutrients, the proper food, the safety, and everything. So I was so mesmerized at the fact that these birds, you know, sometimes we think animals are dumb, but these birds, these little small tiny birds, even them, they want to be close to God. These creatures will build their nest in God's presence. And I was thinking like, Lord, how is this applying to us every day in the world? Well, then I went a little bit deeper and I did a little bit more research. And then I looked up, well, what is a nest? I see them all the time in trees. What's going on in there? Well, what happens is the middle part is basically a core, a foundation. That's the foundation for the nest. So basically everything else goes around the foundation. For example, sometimes that foundation is simply the saliva of the bird. It will make a foundation, and then it will bring other things around the nest, such as twigs, rocks, grass, whatever it likes. And I think about, Lord, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful how this is illustrated in my mind, because it's like when it comes to God, He just wants to be our nest. Right. He wants to be the foundation. He wants to be so solid in our lives to the point where it's like everything else that's built around it won't shake it. Because I'm there. Because I'm the center of everything. Because can't nothing get to you without going to me first. And you know, sometimes I think about it and how like sometimes we get so overwhelmed with life. We get so frustrated with life. We get so, you know, everything just bombard us, and we forget who our foundation is. We forget that God is our sanctuary. We forget He's the one that saved us. We forget all these things because we're so focused on other things. Now, sometimes I think about how birds are. Somebody told me a story of there's this particular path on the beach that in the summertime you should not go. Because if you even go on that path, even though you're not really close to the nest, the birds will just start picking at your head, like trying to get you away from it. And I think about how, like, when it comes to our life, the Lord want to be so close to us. He wants us to be completely surrendered to Him to the point where nothing else is going to get to us, like, literally to the point where it's like, we are not shaken. Come on now. The people of God have become so shaken. Yes, we are. So shaken by situations, by people, by things. And in these last evil days, when we're going to have to face the chip, when we're going to have to face persecution, when we're going to have to say no, all these different things, where is your foundation? Where is your joy? And I know, like, for myself, personally, for a long time, I struggle with that because I'm like, Lord, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not happy. This ain't fun. This ain't what it used to be. This ain't what I thought it was going to be. But then I realized that my mindset was the problem, not God. He's a perfect God. He never changes. His joy is forevermore. I was the problem. My problem is that my soul stopped longing for him. My soul stopped thirsting for him. So then when things started to go wrong, my marriage, my job, this, that, and whatever, then I realized, oh Lord, it's me. It's me, oh Lord. I'm the problem here. My problem is that I was created to worship you. My only purpose is to worship you. But yet everything else got in the way. You know, some of us, God got us completely wrapped up in this nest, completely wrapped up and submerged in this beautiful nest, but yet we go out to the devil's playground. We go work in places we know we should never be. We go to a bar we know we should have never stepped foot in. We go to stores where there's all this provocative clothing. What are you going to wear there? Why are you here?
All right. That's good. That's good.
Then we want to come back and act like it's all God's fault. Well, Lord, where was you? I was here all the time. You the one who left the nest. We gotta stop acting like, we gotta stop really acting like, you know, like we just don't know nothing. Like it's getting serious at this point. Like you need to calm down. We gotta be stopped for real. And today, because it's at this point where it's like God just sitting there looking at us like, my child, this is not how I made you. This is like, have any of y'all parents ever said, this is not how I raised you? And you just bursting into tears because you're like, oh man, it's not how I raised you. And this is not how you raised me. But then God is looking at us and he don't like what he sees.
That's right.
He's seeing things on you, fruit on you that he never put there.
That's good.
He didn't make you to be that type of tree.
That's good.
He see you saying things and thinking things and doing things that he never taught you from the nest. So the problem is that you've been somewhere that you should have never been. You put your faith in something that you should have never put it in. I'm really going to need y'all to stop trying to make yourself.
Amen.
Like when God is doing something, let him do it. You know, it's funny because no matter how confident we think we are, until God really showers down a blessing that you've been asking for, it's like you never really realize how insecure you can be.
That's right.
And it was funny because today during prayer, Pastor called out insecurity. And it's funny because I've been facing that because literally a couple days ago, my job called me and they're like, we want to promote you. So, we're going to raise your pay $3 more. Now, I just got a pay raise. So they're like, we're going to raise you $3 more. And then we want you to do this. You know, basically we want you to hire people. We want you to do this. Oh, yeah, you need an assistant. So you should probably work on that too. Amen. Now, these are things that I've been putting before the Lord. These are things that I've been asking for him in our quiet time, in the nest that he made for me. Amen. But yet, in my bed last night, I'm over here thinking like, Lord, I can't do this. Lord, this is not okay. I'm overwhelmed. I'm nervous. I wasn't made for this, Lord. And he's just looking at me like,
I can do all things.
for these things have you prayed. And for these things have I given you.
Yes.
But yeah, you acting like you just completely brand new. Then my job calls me again. I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, what are they want? Stop calling me. He calls me again. He's like, oh yeah, your pay raise wasn't quite enough, so we're gonna raise it some more. So just call me so we can talk about it.
Favor.
And I'm over here questioning God, like, Lord, what's going on? Like, what am I gonna do? And he's just like really? When we stop searching God for his will for our life, when we stop longing for him, when our souls stop thirsting for him, that's when we fallen away. Because of our own will, because he never stops pursuing us. Every morning, he wants to hear from us. He wants to speak to you. He wants to love on you. And I know some seasons can be quiet, but those seasons are the most beautiful ones because it's like in that process, God is making you and pruning you and loving on you in the way that you need to be loved. Don't run away from it. Don't go to the left when he's telling you to go from the right. And sometimes I hear people, I've always disagreed with this. People always pray, Lord, not my will, but thy will be done. And I always, in my mind, I was like, if we give our whole self to him, if he's really everything that we need, if we become one why do I still got a will? Why am I praying against this will that
That's
I have
good.
that should never be there?
Amen.
Because I should
Gave
be
it to
one
the
with
Lord.
him. Our will should, there should be no more me.
Yes.
I've always disagreed with that, and I've always pondered upon that, like, Lord, why am I praying this? Not my will, but thy will. No, it better be your will.
Amen.
It better
That's
be
right.
your will. I
That's
better not
right.
have nothing else to give. Because this is what it should be.
Thank
And
you, Jesus.
I always teach the kids this illustration. You know, when it comes to Christ, some of us screaming, "Oh Lord, I want to be with you for eternity. Oh Lord, I love you. Oh Lord, I can't wait to meet you." But then it gets to this point where it's like this. If I had red paint on my hands and all of y'all wearing this white and I'm coming up and to y'all with red hands, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna tell me to stop, right? That's how God is. On this earth, we're getting ready for eternity. So if we're not totally surrendered to him now,
My God.
what makes us think that we could even deserve to live with him later? What gives us this false idea that God is just gonna be like, yeah, bring all those drugs and alcohol, bring all that cursing and that fornication up here with me. I'm perfect. No, he's not.
Amen.
So we better get it together now.
Amen.
While we got the chance.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
You know, something that also stood out to me was verse 10. For it said, "For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of wickedness." You know, when I first started preaching, people used to call me like, they used to call me dynamite. Oh, you a dynamite speaker, you a dynamite this, you a dynamite that. And God really had to level me down back to the size. Like, listen, you nothing without me.
That's right.
And I feel like sometimes in the church, we become so boastful, we become so prideful, we become so I'm this and I'm that. When then we simply forget that we are mere servants to the Master. We
Yeah.
are blessed to even be in his presence. That his spirit even reigns in our body.
Yes.
That's good.
But yet we want to be prophet this, prophet that, minister this, minister that. You better learn how to be a servant first.
Yeah.
Be content just being in his presence.
Yes.
Just being in the background for a little bit. Can you handle that?
Yes.
Can you handle being in the background just loving him for who he is?
Yes.
And you know, when Pastor was talking today, like, he was saying things like, "Oh, you know, aren't you thanking God for what he's going to do, for what he has done?" And we should. But we also cannot forget to thank God for simply who he is. Our Master, our Father, the Alpha, the Omega. The one that adopted us into holiness.
Yes.
Like, when I look back at my life, I realized that I never belonged to myself. And that's why I was never content. I was never happy being alone and trying to figure this whole thing out to myself, because I wasn't made to do that. I wasn't made to make myself into this person, this image, this idol. But instead, I was made to be a servant. I was made to worship God. I was made to love him for who he is. That's it. And once we start bringing all these other obstacles into play, that's when it starts getting difficult. That's when the walk starts getting heavy. Because we simply forget that all God wants is us.
Yes.
All he wants is us to love him. All he wants is us to submit to him, and he'll do the rest. All he wants is to simply just relax and calm down and be holy, for I am holy, and the rest I will do. The rest is my job. Sometimes we forget to let God be God.
Yeah.
And then we want to go back and try to figure out, well, how did this go wrong? Well, you did it. Like, come on now. Like, it's not
right.
that hard. Today is a wake-up call, a heart check.
That's good.
Heart check.
Have I really given God
That's
everything?
good.
Yes, Lord.
And in this life is my only treasure to live rapture ready for him.
Yes, Lord.
Today is a heart check. Is there anything that's stunting my walk with Christ? Is there anything that I love more than him? Because sometimes we so blessed and, you know, we love God so much, but we got to get real here. Sometimes we exalt things above him. Sometimes we exalt our jobs, our spouses, our children above him. And then we get all crazy and jumbled up, and then we want to blame him. And that's not fair to him.
That's
That's
right.
not fair that this wonderful, amazing God that just simply loves us,
Jesus.
that sent his son down in the flesh in this stinky, wicked world for our sins. We blaming him still. He already was crucified. What more? What more do we want from him?
Thank you, Jesus. Yes.
Why are we crucifying him over
Hallelujah.
and over again? Why are we cursing him with our mouths and our lives? Why is he not the forefront in our life? Why, when we leave this place, people don't see him in us?
That's good right there. Yes.
Why do they see this and that?
That's right.
Why are you not walking in your purpose?
Jesus.
Yeah, my mind.
What's stopping you?
That's
Yes,
good.
Because if that job is really in the way, then that job gotta go.
That's right.
If that child is really in the way, then y'all need to fix something there. If that spouse is really in the way, well, maybe you need to prep because you're doing a lot.
Yes,
But
Lord.
if God is truly the center of everything in your life, if he really has your heart, then you're doing well. But until then, we are failing. As people of God, we are failing. Our love for God is failing more and more
Speak
each
the
day.
truth now. That's right. We are.
So when the chip reaches, when the mark of the beast reaches, when our worldly friends ask us to do this, when our jobs ask us to do that, will you be the one to negotiate? Or will you say no because my soul longeth for the living true God?
Hey.
Would you rather be a doorkeeper in the house of the Lord
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Glory to God.
Thank you, Jesus.
than have
Bless your name.
the prizes in this world that's only temporary,
That's good.
that you can't take with you? Whether you go to eternity with Christ or whether you go, to the lake of fire, you still not going to take that money with you.
That's right.
That's right.
So today is a heart check.
Yes, Lord.
A sincere heart check of where you really are.
Yes.
Lord,
Yes.
where is my head really at? Where are my treasures really at?
Mm.
Have I really been laboring for you like I say I wanted to?
Yes,
From
Lord.
the beginning of time, when I promised you that I would be there for you, when I would listen to you, when I would give my whole self to you. Have you really done what you promised you would do? And if you haven't, today is a day to come back to him. Today is a day to say, Lord, I fully submit myself to you. I'm giving all of this up for you. It's not too late.
Don't stop.
I can't say that we're going to make it to see tomorrow. I can't say that. I can only speak for right now in the present time. Come while God is near.
Yes.
Yes.
Do not make him give you over to those to a reprobate
That's
mind.
good. Yes.
Yes, Lord.
Do not allow yourself to be the one who lives in a delusion. But instead, draw close to him. Read your word like never before.
Hallelujah.
Play worship music like never
That's
before.
right. That's right.
Speak to him like never before.
Hallelujah.
Dream like you never
Yes.
dreamed before. Because who's to say that you'll get that opportunity tomorrow? Who's to say that God is still going to be willing to accept you?
Uh-oh.
All right.
That's truth right there.
Who's to say?
Yes.
But while he's pricking at your heart, while he's saying,
Sunday.
come to me, my child, while he's
Yes.
saying, I love you, I need you, you are made for this. Come.
That's good.
Come. That's it. Just come.
Mm-hmm.
And just love him. And allow him to love on you. Tomorrow may not be promised. It's not. You got to live for today. And if you've done anything yesterday, from this point forward, all you have to do is repent and turn from your wicked ways.
Yes.
And God will help you. Saints, never let your soul stop seeking God.
Yes.
And never let your soul get lazy. Some of us are really sleeping and God is saying, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The alarm clock is going off, but yet we're acting like we don't hear it.
Mm.
That's what troubles him. That's what troubles him. The God that brings us from the muck and the mire and all these things that we used to be in, and we act like we don't remember.
Yes.
We act like we've forgotten that he's the one who saves
That's
our
good.
soul.
Yes.
We act like we've forgotten that we used to be prostitutes and pimps.
Woo!
Yes, Lord. Go ahead.
We
Go
act
ahead.
like we've forgotten.
Wow.
We act like the debt is paid. No,
Oh, my
you got something else you need to do
Woo!
because you are the one who promised him.
Jesus.
Yes, Lord. God we pray.
So stop getting comfortable. Stop getting complacent. And stop lying to yourselves. Stop pretending that you are this person who you're not. And instead say, this is me, oh Lord. I still need you.
Yes.
I need you more than I ever needed you.
Hallelujah.
As we go on in this life, we're going to need God more and more.
Yes, we are.
We're going to need his joy because
We are.
sometimes you're not going to have food. You're not going to have a
Hey,
job.
Shonda.
You're not going to have clothing that's going to make you feel up there. You're not going to have all these different things. Where is your hope lying in? Today is a heart check. Me as well. I got to check my heart too. Because if there's any stinking, wicked thing in there, I rebuke its works right now in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
And I will be for God. Every day from this point forward. And I hope that God gives you that same desire.
Yes.
That desire to love on him more.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
And that he will show you where your nest lies. That he will show you how to fully function in the nest that he made for you. And not one that you have tried to make for yourself.
My God.
And one that is so amazing that you're going to feel a season of peace because no demonic forces are going to be able to shake you.
Thinking about that, yes.
No demonic forces are going to be able to scare you. But instead, in this nest, you are going to be a survivor. Sometimes we don't understand how... I used to never understand the hibernation process. You know, they used to tell us in school, like, bears would hibernate for the whole winter. And I used to be like, how? How does that happen? How do they practically sleep all winter, their big selves, and don't die?
Good enough.
And I think about how God just wants to keep us.
Right.
He wants us to be hibernated in him so deeply. People going to be wondering, what's going on with Prophetess Charlene?
Yes.
What's going on with Pastor Oates? We see a change in him. God is doing something in him, but they can't put their finger on it because they can't understand it.
Yes.
Because it wasn't that your nest was not made for them.
Woo-wee.
We gotta really start to understand our own nest. And we gotta stop trying to figure out our brother and our sister nest because that's not your business.
That's right.
Okay, that's not your business.
Amen.
I think it's pronounced covetousness
Yes.
stinks in the nostrils of God.
Yes, it is.
So while you over here trying to figure your brother and your sister nest out, you need to be figuring your own nest out.
Amen.
Okay? Because you are not the one that's going to determine whether your brother and sister goes. But you do have a say in where you're going to go. So while you're trying to figure out why God gave so-and-so this gift and why God gave so-and-so that gift, you need to be figuring out what gift God gave you.
Yeah.
Really and truly. Because these are the last days. Like, literally, these are the last days. Like, we don't have time. So,
right.
I love you guys, and may God be with you, and give yourself to him.
Amen. Beautiful.
Yeah.